Welcome back to AFTV. We're going to predict, or should I say, discuss what we want to see from Arsenal's 11 against Tottenham. It's the first North London derby outside of England. I think we all agree Arsenal should go pretty strong for it and be very competitive. It'll be interesting to see what Tottenham do too under new manager Thomas Frank. But before we go into it, a massive shout out to the Hong Kong Tourism Board. They are the reason we are literally outside the ground. This is the Kai Tak Arena, guys, and for those of you who don't know and get to know, we'll be telling you in the vlogs, it is the stadium next to another sports complex, next to malls, next to beautiful hotels. Is unreal. The fan experience here must be incredible, and I can't wait to feel it firsthand here on Thursday. I mean, it's going to be incredible. Like, this is one thing England doesn't do well, and in Hong Kong they've nailed it.
Yeah, great location and right in the centre of Hong Kong, and like you said, it's all in kind of under one, not under one roof, but round
like a particular area,
in the same space. And like you said, first North London derby outside of England. I actually don't really know what to expect, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think obviously they're here and the fans are going to love it, but obviously we know a different kind of North London derby. The experience when we go to their ground, it can be hostile, can be very ferocious, but I feel like, yeah, I'm excited for this one and I want to win. I know we always want to win every game, but I remember sitting watching Newcastle, James, and I was like, do I care? And when we went down, I was like, no, what's going on? We need to win this game. I was like, it's only pre-season, but you get into it. Once you're watching, every game matters, and especially against those lot, we have to win it, even if it is pre-season.
It's an impressive era, Turkish.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it's dampened by the rain, but it's so hot right now as well. The humidity is mad. But pleasure being here, man. First time in Asia, like I said, in Singapore, and we've come to visit Hong Kong as well, and we're out here, man. I'm enjoying it. I can't lie.
So let's discuss the 11 we want to see. And by the way, again, a big thanks to the Hong Kong Tourism Board for helping us out with all this, the access and everything. There's going to be a lot of good content from the game, from the ground, and even I think with press conference and open training, everything. So check that all out here on AFTV, and we'll be showing you a lot of Hong Kong too via the vlogs. Okay, we've got to go down the route of what we want to see for this game. And I guess it means a competitive 11. So I don't know how long this will take, but obviously we've got to talk about that's the Calafiori. Is he even going to be available to start? Interestingly, Zubimendi and Rice have only played maybe a combined 10, 20 minutes together, I think. Yeah. So that's kind of an interesting angle to explore here. We all want David Raya starting, right?
Yeah, David Raya's got to go in goal. 100%. Obviously, we've seen Tommy. He hasn't been in goal yet. We've seen Tommy Setford obviously on the tour. We've seen Kepa actually get minutes, and if I'm being honest, been quite happy with Kepa as well since he's been in Arsenal shirt in his pre-season games. Obviously, we'll see what he does in the season, but he's looking like a good signing so far, especially playing shootouts. But it has to be David Raya. I mean, I felt that him conceding that goal for Newcastle outside the box. I thought it was quite a difficult save, not a difficult save, but I think the shot was kind of between legs, in front of bodies. It's not as easy as what everyone made out, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagreed with me, but it was right in the corner and it was quite a flash shot. So. See?
Shocking. I don't even know what Cecil's trying to do here.
No, honestly, I don't think
he should be saving that, bro. If that's Premier League, I'm vexed.
Okay.
It's just that it was a friendly. It's not costing much.
It went through his hand. Do you know what I mean? It felt like a stronger grip and a bit more. Yeah.
It seemed like his reaction time was very slow. I guess people will say that's what pre-season's for, sharpness. So yeah, get them ones out of the way before game week 1.
Yeah. All right, so David Raya in goal. Let's build the back four now. Jurien Timber hasn't been in the two squads. I'd love to see if he's on the bench for this. I put Gabriel in that. I put Calafiori in that too. But it looks like it's got to be Ben White. And the one thing I'll say early on is I think he's looked sharp in these opening 2 games. I think he's looked pacier. He's looked a bit more direct. And he definitely gives us something else going forward on that side.
Yeah, I'm a bit indifferent Ben White so far in the pre-season. He hasn't set the world alight for me yet, but I mean, playing right back, he's doing what he needs to do defensively pretty well. I want to see some more overlaps, but I'm doing like in-season mindset, because when he's in Premier League, you see him overlapping quite a lot, but I suppose it's pre-season, got to build that fitness to get round and up and down a bit more. He has done it a few times, but only not as many as he used to when he's in the side regularly in the Premier League, but I suppose that's because it's early, it's pre-season. But yeah, Ben White's the start.
Yeah, Ben White, have you been happy with him so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's just about getting his sharpness back, man. He's taken a year out, basically. Yeah. And obviously returned towards the end of the season, and when you return to the intensity he returned to, it's not the easiest stomping ground after such an injury. So this is about getting minutes under his belt and getting that sharpness back, because I feel like he starts the season for us. You just said it, Timber hasn't started the last couple. We understand, why he's just coming back off his own surgery. Yeah. So Ben White, going into next season, he will be our first choice right back, and I guess it's up to Timber to come back and fight for it back and rotate and so on. But we need Ben White sharp, man. Ben White, I think at points last season, we forgot how good Ben White was for us and how important he was for the way we were playing, especially with the overlap for Saka. So yeah, Ben White, get his minutes in, get that sharpness back, and game week 1 hit the ground running.
Yeah, it was an ankle injury for. I just checked. It's ankle injury.
I think it was.
The Timber. So hopefully,
like it's not related to the
knee.
Yeah,
that's what I was concerned about. But hopefully he's on the bench. I think you mentioned it'd be nice to him get some minutes, and we're going to get into the centre backs. I'm dying to see Gabriel Magalhaes. I think it's unlikely we see him at all this pre-season. I think that'll be a bit of a disappointment for me personally, because and I'm sure many fans, if you've flown out here, done Singapore as well, it'd be nice to see him get some minutes in the tank. They might wait until the Emirates Cup games, but Gabriel Magalhaes, I think for me, is such an integral part to that defensive line. Calafiori's done well, but yeah.
Well, Calafiori might not be available himself, so Kivior and Saliba was the partnership we saw end last season, and by the way, did really well. I think Kivior, his distribution is fantastic. He obviously got a brilliant assist for Bukayo Saka's goal against AC Milan, and Saliba, I've got to say, if you're talking the 2 games combined, might have been the most impressive performer across both games. I think Saliba has been an absolute rock. He's looking sharp, he's looking quick, and he's doing all the things that he does where he makes defending look so easy. So I want those 2 together. But anyone else impressed with Saliba?
Yeah,
go
it's like pre-season's light work for Saliba. He makes Premier League look like.
But he makes the others look. He looks a level above everyone else, doesn't he?
I was going to say that. Sorry to keep jumping. I just think Saliba. You think as a centre
and he's on AFTV videos. I mean, he's doing everything unbelievable.
Can't believe I get confused with him. It's amazing. But I'll take that as a massive compliment for the people here.
Hold on. I need to cut you. You didn't see it at the airport.
You're gonna kill me.
Fan comes over, says, thinks he's Saliba. Can I get a photo of signs? So I don't know what you did. I turned to the camera. I said, "What a dick." Anyway, as the guy's leaving, Cecil goes, "Merci," and I went,
"Merci."
He's French, isn't he?
I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry to every single one of you that has had a shirt signed by this fool. Probably devalued the fucking shirt. I apologise on Cecil's behalf.
Absolutely shocking. Merci. Come on.
I was in character.
Absolutely.
Sorry, thanks for that, but that didn't tickle me.
It's in the vlog.
It is in the vlog.
Shirts.
No, I said no to the kid earlier because I was like, I can't keep doing this, man. Anyway, let's get back
to be fair, I don't think they always come up and necessarily say, "Are you?" Do you know what I mean? They come and ask for a photo, and it's like, well,
what's the blood?
And then you just do it. But anyway, whatever. But messy, bloody hell.
I do not.
Anyway, he's looking very good, Saliba.
Sorry, normally I do say, listen, I'm not a player, but anyway, Saliba wise, I always thought with centre back, it's hard to see when they go levels up because they kind of hit for me, it always feels like they hit a level, and you're like, they're really, really good. With Saliba, like you mentioned, it feels like even if it is pre-season, he's gone to another level. The players like Rafael Leao, who was, I'll be honest, was tricky. Saliba made it look very comfortable, and I think he's coming back hungry. And I mean, we spoke to him, and he said he wants to win everything this season. Right answer, as they should. But it seems like he's really focused and dedicated and focused on doing that.
All right, Lewis-Skelly. Now, do you know what? We have to keep reminding ourselves it's his second ever tour. He's 18. I think when we saw him on tour last season, we thought maybe this would be the summer that he started to break through. He's well ahead of schedule for Arsenal, for England, for the appearances he's made, for the quality that he has shown. And it's only been 2 pre-season games, so shut the hell up, James. But I think he's looked a little sloppy in these first 2. And I am looking for a step up in performance against Tottenham. Is that fair?
You could use the word sloppy. For me, I think players are in different places in pre-season. With Ben White, it's about getting that sharpness back. I think with Lewis-Skelly, we know how good he is for us.
Of course, yeah.
And, you don't want them, the players that, performed last season, have had a nice, holiday and a pre-season going into next. I don't need them to exert themselves too much. So I'm going to put it to that. Rather than use the word stop, I'm going to put it to, he's taking it easy because the bigger games are still to come. I understand what you're saying because in the first game, left a bit of space behind him. I forgot who it was that
Loftus-Cheek, I think maybe.
Loftus-Cheek, yeah. And in the second game, sloppy with his passing, cutting inside, which is all the things he was good at, great at last season. But overall,
I'm talking also like the odd wayward cross, like that kind of thing, you know. Like I also wonder whether with Gabriel Heinze, they're trying to evolve his game in any way. Are they trying to get more overlaps from him? Are they trying to get him higher up the pitch because now you've got Zubimendi roaming into that area? Are they trying to get him crossing the ball earlier when he is in that pocket? Are they trying to get more half space crosses from him? Something that actually Zinchenko does really well. So you could put it down to lots of things. You could also put it down to, like I said, shut the hell up, James. It's 2 games. Who cares? Yeah. But I wonder whether we've seen such a consistency from him, but you play at a level, then people start to think, yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. But, you know, I've seen many pre-seasons come and go where, you know, your top performers in the season look like they're taking it easy, or look like, you know,
yeah, you're right.
They might have lost the yard, or they might, you know, the intensity ain't quite there from them. I understand that, and I hope that's the case. And listen, Lewis-Skelly,
I'm sure it is.
This time last year, I was on AFTV saying, yo, I know Ethan's good, but what I'm seeing from Lewis-Skelly out there, if you remember,
I remember. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to him just as much. So a year on, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Yeah. And just be ready for game week 1. He's an integral player in that first 11, which is testament to how good he is at this young age.
Totally agree. Okay, let's build the midfield. I think he's going to, for the first time, get Rice and Zubimendi in from the start.
Hopefully.
And I think we're going to see, because Rice can maraud into more central areas, Zubimendi can then move out to that left as he's kind of been roaming a little bit in these last few games. Ødegaard, I think, has looked more creative and inventive and definitely sharper than he did for a lot of last season. And I hope we see that midfield 3 starting. Ethan got the starts in the other 2, but I think maybe again with Ødegaard, they're slightly easing him into the pre-season, but he's looking sharp. Those are kind of my thoughts on the midfield 3. I don't know if there's much you want to add, Cecil.
I mean, it's what we want to see. I'm waiting to see it for a sustained period of time. That midfield of Declan Rice, Declan Rice and Ødegaard. Because I feel like that's what Arteta's going to build for the season. I mean, granted, yeah, there's 2 Emirates Cup games before the season kicks off, but you want to see it against competition like Tottenham. And Zubimendi being introduced to a North London derby, granted, it's going to be a lot different to when it's in the Premier League. It'll be good to get him starting in the 11 for this game and face up against a Tottenham side and in the midfield, which I think midfield is going to be very important and key to this game of Arsenal winning it. So it'd be good to have, our strongest midfield, what I believe is our strongest midfield in there. So I feel there's not really much to say apart from what you've addressed.
Yeah, do you agree?
Zubimendi, Rice, Ethan for me. Just to give Ethan that, you know, the protection he would get starting Premier League game, because Declan and Zubi are going to be the 8 and the 6.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see how Ethan works with those 2, because we know Ødegaard's the one that's going to be, you know, holding that position come game week 1. Mm-hmm. I've liked how it's gone so far. Ethan first halves, Ødegaard second halves. More of the same for me. Okay, fair enough. I think the front 3 is where all the conversation is in this video. And do you want to start with the 15-year-old or the 65 million pound striker?
Well, can I? It's what we want to see, isn't it? This is going to be very left field. Obviously, you guys can give what you want to see as well. Obviously, I want to start strong. I want to start strong as we can be. I want Saka on the right. I want Gyokeres to start. I do. Havertz, sorry. Mikel Merino. Sorry, Merino. And on the left, I really want to see Max Dowland start. I want to see him in that position. Yeah, I want to see him. Just want to see what it looks like. See if it works. If it doesn't work, fine. And it hasn't worked. But it is a risk doing it against Tottenham. But this is pre-season. I want Max. Yeah, I know you probably won't. I want Max Dowland in the side. He's comfortable on both feet. He's so versatile, and his quality is undeniable. We've seen it in many games. Maybe it might be, people will say it's too fast starting him, but you know me, what I've been saying from the beginning, from before pre-season games started, and even through it, that I think he's ready. So it'd be nice to see him start for this game. Big for him as well.
Okay, I wasn't actually going to ask about Dalman starting, but more about the minutes he would get in an occasion like this, a North London derby. I mean, he came on against a very physical Newcastle side and not only held his own, I mean, had the beating of Joe Linton and Matt Targett quite a few times, so credit to him. Let's talk Gyokeres first, though. Do you want him starting?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, me too.
Havertz has played quite a few minutes in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And
shown you anything since comeback? Strong, physical?
Especially against Newcastle. He played me. He got bundled over a few times. It didn't look like he came off too well. A little limp there. So I'd be starting Gyokeres, especially since, you know, that's who all the hype is about. I'd start him, and I'd start him with our best 2 wingers just to get them, you know, free use to each other. Now, I've probably contradicted myself because I'll probably backtrack and say it's probably best Ødegaard starts behind him. to get that connection up as well, which
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. But I think Gyokeres, Saka, and for me, Trossard on the left.
For me, Trossard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I want. But we know
Arteta's
Kai is starting,
Arteta's
right?
not doing that.
We all know Kai is starting.
Arteta's not putting Gyokeres starting. I'll actually be gobsmacked. Like, I don't even use that word in my day-to-day vocabulary, but I will be very surprised if I see that he's gone with the number 14, Gyokeres, starting. I'll be shocked if Arteta goes with it. But yeah, of course, I think everyone would agree that we want to see him in the starting 11. Of course we do. And the Max Dowman thing, starting on the left, is completely different. And I think you guys are probably more right that it'll be a Martinelli or Trossard, but something different. But yeah,
I'm getting way more of Max Dowman than I thought we were going to get this tour. I mean, it was a surprise in April, May when it came out he was going to be a part of the tour. It was a surprise when I saw him coming on against AC Milan for 30 minutes. I thought, okay, that's quite a long time, but I guess the next 2 games, very competitive Premier League games, I get it. Comes on for Saka in the 62nd, 63rd minute against Newcastle. I'm thinking this has been a really physical game. And you look at when he won the penalty, he had Matt Target like right behind him, trying to put the pressure on, and he held him off. And he took in 2 touches, he was fronting him up and running at him.
That's what
it's class.
That's what he's good at, is his dribbling ability.
And balance.
Yeah, and balance. He's very. It's even from youth team levels and watching him in the FA Youth Cup, like that is what he's good at. He's trying to get the ball from him. Not many players can. One thing though, do you reward him then for his good performances? And because you said you're surprised, do you reward him for the good performances he's had so far, or do you try and protect him and say,
no, this is a good rate for me. Like this is a good.
This is the reward.
Yeah,
he's being rewarded.
Yeah,
that's why we've seen him so much.
Good. So you want to
more of the same. Listen, obviously, I've said people need to calm down with it. He's 15 years old, but in this modern day football, and when you look around, and the prime age of footballers has gone down somewhat since 15 years ago. I understand the need to find that pathway, to show the pathway to young players, because young players can get snapped up. Yeah. He's not eligible for a full-time adult contract yet. So at this point, we've got to give him that belief that there is somewhere in this team for him. And when you consider how many of that ilk we have, by that ilk I mean how many players we've got that can float in off the right. I mean, our best player, Saka, over the years, it came through like that. Yeah. Ranieri's coming through like that, and now Dowman's coming through like that. So I guess we've got to give him that, that vision.
Yeah, there's people that have done it before him. Like you just said, there's a pathway. Like keep showing it. It's clear. Otherwise, players start to like Chido Martin. If I'm being honest, his pathway when he was here wasn't as clear to play in that number 9 role. Even though, in my opinion, number 9s weren't doing great at Arsenal at the time. It should have been clearer than what Max Dowman and Ethan's pathway should have been, but it wasn't. So. And then Chido ended up at Man United. So for him, you're right. I think there's people that have done it before him. Keep showing that there's a clear opportunity for each guy to be a main guy there.
Aidan Heavens.
I don't even agree with the Chido thing, because Chido, there was an opportunity there for him, because Havertz isn't a striker, really.
But the club might have been saying something completely different. I don't know, because he went there, obviously it might be money as well, but the pathway was he got told to be the 3rd choice striker at Man United. I don't think Arsenal was saying that to Chido. They should have, in my opinion. They could have been.
Going into last season, who would have been the 3rd choice striker? We didn't have any.
Well, they clearly weren't telling him that, because that's why I heard, especially with Robbie and also his agency, said, because of Man United said you're going to be the 3rd choice striker, you'll get minutes. That's why. And I think we should have, if we told him that, he probably would have stayed, but we didn't.
Who cares anyway?
All right, so there we go. Those are the 11s we want to see. Basically, we all agree Gyokeres should be starting. We pretty much agree on every other position. Maybe Nwaneri in there, maybe Dowman in there. But I think all these players will be getting some key minutes. Hopefully, Gyokeres comes off the bench. Let us know in the comment section below. Would you start him? I want to know, will he start? Let's all try and get into the minds of Mikel Arteta. Maybe he'll give us a clue in the press conference. We will be there. We'll be vlogging everything we're doing here in Hong Kong. And once again, a big thank you to the Hong Kong Tourism Board, because they've really... this is incredible. They've really helped us out here, and we want to show all of it to you. We want to capture it in the vlogs. We want to capture it in these videos. Just the fans, the fan area, all the areas that they can explore, all the things you can do, all the food, drink you can have, and I don't think England do football fan experiences brilliantly. And I think I've been to other places like America where they have. This looks incredible. I think it's going to be incredible. So check out all the vlogs to get a really good idea for it. So big thanks to the Hong Kong Tourism Board once again. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you, Turkish. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you all very soon.